While generative AI can seem like a magic wand for students and educators alike, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Just like any superhero, generative AI has its weaknesses and pitfalls. In this video, we will be exploring some of the dark sides of generative AI in education, such as hallucinations and biased outputs. Let's get started and uncover why a little caution can go a long way in harnessing the full potential of generative AI in our classrooms. In 2024, some users of the Google AI search tool were looking for ways to make cheese stick better to pizza. The tool suggested that they could use non-toxic glue. Additionally, the AI-generated responses advised that geologists recommend eating 1 rock per day. This phenomenon is known as hallucination in the world of generative AI. Unlike humans, AI doesn't actually understand the information it processes. It generates responses based on the patterns in the data it was trained on. However, sometimes these patterns lead it astray. Hallucinations can occur for several reasons. For instance, they could be caused by overfitting. Overfitting means that the AI model produces responses that are overly specific to the examples in the training data, which are not applicable to new or unseen situations. Another cause could be ambiguity in the training data. If the dataset contains conflicting or unclear information, the AI might struggle to form a coherent response, resulting in a confused or incorrect answer. Now, as you can probably imagine, this can be particularly problematic in an educational context, where accurate information is of course crucial. Therefore, it is essential for both students and educators to approach generative AI with a critical eye. Cross-checking the information that is generated by AI with reliable sources is a very important step. Next, we will be talking about bias. Generative AI models, despite their impressive capabilities, can sometimes perpetuate biases that are present in the data that they are trained on. This issue arises because AI systems learn from datasets, and these datasets can reflect certain societal stereotypes. For instance, if you ask a generative AI tool to list famous writers, it could predominantly mention male and Western writers. This bias occurs not because the AI is inherently prejudiced, but because women and non-Western writers may have been underrepresented in the training data. This becomes particularly concerning in educational settings, where diversity and inclusivity are of course critical. When students rely on AI tools, they might inadvertently absorb a narrow view of the world, a view that reinforces existing stereotypes. Now, to counteract this, it is essential to teach students to approach AI-generated information critically. Educators can play a vital role in this by framing their prompts more inclusively. For example, instead of asking for a list of famous writers, they could ask for a diverse list of writers from various cultural backgrounds, including women and non-Western voices. Next, let's talk about authorship. As AI tools become more integrated into education, questions about the ownership and originality of AI-generated content have become increasingly pertinent. One of the main legal ambiguities arises from the fact that many AI platforms claim that their users hold ownership over the output that was generated by these tools. Now, educational institutions, on the other hand, emphasize that work that is submitted by students should be their own work, reflective of their own understanding and their own effort. This creates tension. Therefore, Schools and universities need to establish clear policies regarding the use of AI in assignments. These policies should address questions such as, can our students use AI-generated content in their assignments? If so, how should they attribute it? What constitutes an original contribution in the context of AI assistance? Institutions might also consider integrating discussions about the ethical and legal implications of AI into their curricula, hereby helping students understand and navigate these issues. Finally, let's talk about assessment. As AI tools become more capable of producing high-quality written content, educators face the challenge of ensuring that assessments accurately reflect the students' understanding and skills, rather than, of course, the capabilities of an AI tool. This means that educators must reconsider some of their traditional assessment methods. One effective strategy, of course, is to revert to in-class closed-book exams, which prevent the use of technology and ensure independent work. Oral examinations and presentations can also be valuable, requiring students to articulate and defend their ideas in real time. Explicitly integrating the use of generative AI into assignments can also teach students to use these tools more responsibly, emphasizing critical analysis and refinement of AI-generated content. Related to this, focusing on the process and not just on the final product allows educators to evaluate the students' learning journey and their decision-making process. And finally, project-based learning and collaboration on complex real-world problems can further develop skills that AI cannot easily replicate. In other words, by diversifying assessment methods, educators can help students to responsibly integrate AI into their learning while also upholding the core values of education. In conclusion, while generative AI offers incredible opportunities, it also presents significant challenges in education, from hallucinations and biases to legal uncertainties and having to rethink traditional assessment methods. By being mindful of these pitfalls and adapting our teaching methods, we can harness the power of AI responsibly.